a society that, as mothers, you need to be these pillars of strength and support and love and look amazing and feel good and have all these friends and, you know, cook meals and all of those kinds of things. If you have these feelings of super darkness, it's just like you're a monster or something, you know?
The myth of motherhood is that accepted social opinion or attitude about what motherhood should look like and what motherhood should feel like. And basically it is that motherhood is the epitome of a woman's life, that women feel immensely fulfilled and joyful when they have a baby, and many women actually do, but that a woman is joyful and happy and content every moment of every day and wants to spend every waking moment with her baby. If she doesn't, then something must be wrong with her. And so they are ashamed to talk about that because they know, or they at least feel, that they will be regarded badly or will be judged by people around them.
You're feeling completely raw, and we're supposed to feel really strong, you know?
I think perfectionism needs to be thrown out when it comes to motherhood, because there's no such thing in any area of anyone's life, but especially when it comes to parenting and being a mother. I grew up with this notion that it existed, and I'm still struggling with letting it go, but I think there's no shame in saying, you know, doing things minimally sometimes is okay.
Most parents want to do things right, and in fact I think they start out thinking they will do things right, and probably that they'll be perfect parents, and it's not possible to be a perfect parent. And in fact, I think it's probably what makes us rich in who we are.
Women actually tell me many times that when they became depressed, their mom-in-law, for example, said, "I don't know what's so hard for you taking care of baby. I raised 5 kids and it was a breeze." So they don't feel it's legitimate to actually complain about their symptoms. They believe that they should be happy, that something is wrong with them for not being able to be happy, and they will ask, "Why can't I feel joy in taking care of my baby? Why am I not happy? I should be happy, but I'm not. So something must be inherently wrong with me."
My parents and my in-laws, when they came to visit, it was more stressful than not, because they had their own view of how we have to handle a baby.
There you are with a new baby, and you know, they're going to send you home from the hospital, and you're in charge of this small, helpless creature, and it's a big responsibility. And I think it's really helpful for moms to feel they have support and help and not a lot of judgment, I think.
The things that a lot of women find as helpful is plain old empathy, which means that somebody takes the time and the effort to understand how they're feeling and to convey to them that they understand how they're feeling. And just no judgment, because women judge themselves so harshly. They have such negative self-talk. They reproach themselves for having anxiety and depression when at a time when they should be happy. So the last thing that they need is criticism and judgment. And the thing that they need the most is understanding and empathy.
One of the #1 questions to never ask a new mother is why, because then we feel like we have to justify to somebody, you know, what our choices are, and it's as if you're being questioned for your decisions. And sometimes we don't really know, we're just trying because we're doing the best we can, and you try one thing and it doesn't work and you try another thing.